Hello guys, I'm here again to talk about the topic inequality. So we're going to look at what is an inequality. So inequality, we've got not equal to, greater than, and less than. So inequalities are the relationship between two expressions which are not equal to one another. For example, the symbol that are used for inequalities are less than, greater than, less or equal to, greater or equal to. Or you can use not equal to. Okay? So we're going to be looking at doing the expression of inequality on a number line. But first of all, we're going to look at the closed circle and the open circle. So inequalities can be shown on the line. So if you see the closed circle and the open circle. So open circles are used for numbers that are less than, and the closed circles are used for numbers that are less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So when we look at this first one, x is greater or equal to. So you've got the closed circle, which is used for less than or greater than or equal to. Now when we look at this second part of it, which is the open circle is used for numbers that are less than or greater than. So open circle are used for less than and greater than, while the closed circle is used for greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Okay, now we're going to look at these number lines and be able to show the inequalities on the number line. So the first one we're looking at is x is greater or equal to 3. So this means because it's greater, it's going to be, the arrow is going to be going towards the positive sign. And then you've got a closed circle. Remember that if it's greater or less, greater than or less than, which means it's going to be a closed circle. Now let's look at this one. X is less than 10. So x is less than 10. We're going to be looking at drawing the open circle. And then because it's less than 10, the arrow will have to go towards the negative side. Now we look at the next one, which is x is less or equal to 5. So less or equal to 5, we're going to have a closed circle and the arrow is going to go towards the negative side. Now let's look at this last one. This one is different from the ones we've done before. So we've got 2 is less than x and x is less or equal to 8. So less than or equal to 8, we're going to have a closed circle here. And then we draw a line, and then we've got an open circle on 2. So this is how we do that. 2 is less than x and x is less or equal to 8. Okay, all right, let's look at these next inequalities, which is shown on this number line. The question now is, we're going to draw this on the number line. X is greater or equal to 0. So because we've got greater or equal to 0, what we're going to do is to put our closed circle on 0, and then we've got the arrow pointing towards the positive side. Make sure that you draw the arrow pointing towards the positive side. Okay. So the next we're going to look at will be solving inequalities. So solving inequalities, the process to solve it is the same as the process to solve equations, which uses the inverse operations to keep the equation or the inequality balanced. Okay, so let's say, for example, we've got 3m plus 2 is greater than minus 4. So the inequality, we can solve this when m is isolated. So what we're going to do with this is finding what m is on the inequality. So what we do is to take away 2 from both sides. Take away 2 from both sides. So we've got 3m is greater than minus 6. The next we do is to divide both sides by 3. Now we've got m isolated, so m is greater than minus 2. So the final answer is m is greater than minus 2, which means m can be any value that is bigger than minus 2. All right, we're going to look at other examples as well. Now we're going to look at the second question of solving the inequality, and in some cases in the exam they might tell you to show your answer on a number line. So for this one, we're going to use the same method we used for this question to use for this one. So 2x plus 1 is greater or equal to 7. Remember that when you're solving inequality in the exam, you don't have to put equal sign because it's an inequality. Okay, so we take away 1 from both sides, so we got 2x is greater or equal to 6. Now we're going to isolate x, and we have x is greater or equal to 3. So if you're asked to show this on the number line, you're going to know that we're dealing with the closed circle. Okay, so we're going to move on to do more examples so that you'll be able to understand this. Now we've seen the next question, which is 3 in bracket x minus 4 bracket closes is less than 18. And when we finish solving the inequality, we're going to show the answer on a number line. Okay, I'm not going to do the number line on when I finish this question, but you'll be able to do that on your own. So you can go back and look at how you can show the answer on a number line. Okay, so now the first thing we do for this type of question is to expand. So expanding, we're going to use the number on the outside to multiply the number in the bracket. So we've got 3x minus 12. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times minus 4 will give you minus 12. Is less than 18. So whatever answer we've got is less than 18 because we're looking for x. So now next thing we do is to add 12 to both sides. I'm adding 12 because I've got a negative 12 here, so I have to add 12. Now 3x is less than 30. We're going to find x by dividing both sides by 3. Now therefore my x is going to give me, equal is less than 10. So whatever x is, it would definitely be less than 10. So if we're trying to show that on the number line, we'll know that it's going to be an open circle. And if it's an open circle, the arrow should be going towards the left because the left is the minus. Now we look at this one, same as this. (4x minus 16) is less or equal to x minus 1. So what we do next is we're going to move all of this, we're going to move them to this side. So we have take away x, so we got 3x minus 16 is less or equal to minus 1. Alright, so next thing we do is take minus 16 over to the other side. So I'm going to add 16 here, add 16. So I've got 3x is less or equal to 15. Divide by 3, divide by 3. X is less or equal to 5. Okay. So let's do this one. So next we're going to expand the bracket. So if we expand this bracket, it's going to give us 9 minus 3x is less than 6. So we know that the unknown has a coefficient of minus 3, so now we're going to add minus 3x to both sides of the inequality. So if I add 3x, add 3x, so that will be 9 is less than 6 plus 3x. Alright, so next thing I do is to take away. We're going to take away 6 from both sides. Okay, take away 6, take away 6. So we've got 3 is less than 3x. Now we're going to find our x. We're going to find x. We're going to divide both sides by 3. Divide both sides by 3, both sides by 3. So what I have as my answer will be x is greater than 1. X is greater than 1. Okay, let's look at the last question on this topic. 4x minus 7 is less than 15. We're going to add 7 to both sides. we're going to get 4x is less than 22. Divide by 4, divide by 4. Our x is less than 5.5. Okay, so for this one, you either write the answer this way, or you can also write the answer as 1 is less than x. So you either write x is greater than 1, or you write 1 is less than x. So whichever answer you write for this inequality, that would be good. All right, I'm going to stop here, and I want you to look at this video again. Make sure that you understand the inequalities, because sometimes in the exam, it might come out for the paper 1 and paper 2 or paper 3. All right, bye. Make sure you subscribe on my channel, and then I'll make more videos.